Hello coders, I welcome you all. In this video, we are going to discuss guardrails in AI workflows. So here we will learn how guardrails protect AI systems, how to block unsafe requests, how to sanitize sensitive information, and how to implement guardrails using n8n with our AI flight booking workflow. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand how real AI systems add safety and control before allowing AI agents to take action. Guardrails help to protect both the AI system and the users. They add safety, security, and control to AI workflows. Usually, guardrails are placed before the input reaches the AI agent or before the AI response reaches the user. Input guardrails check what users are sending into the AI system. For example, passwords, API keys, Aadhaar numbers, personal information, or unsafe text. These can be blocked before reaching to the AI agent. Output guardrails check what the AI agent is generating. They help to stop hallucinated responses, toxic content, unsafe replies, or sensitive information leakage before the response is shown to the user. In n8n, we get a dedicated guardrails node. Let me show you this. Let's jump to n8n. As you can see, currently I am on n8n and this is the workflow that we are going to implement. As I just said, in n8n, we get a dedicated guardrails node. Let me show this. Let's click over here on this plus button and let's search for guardrails. Let's click over here. And as you can see, this node mainly works in two modes. The first mode is check text for violations that you can see. And the second mode is sanitize text that you can see over here. In this video, we are going to implement both check text for violations as well as sanitize text. So let's first discuss this mode, check text for violations. Then we will implement this sanitize text. So here, check text for violations that will stop unsafe messages before they reach to the AI agent. So we are going to implement this in our flight booking workflow that we have implemented from scratch in our last video. So let's click over here, home button, and let's click over here, our last project. And here, these three dots. And let's duplicate this. Let's give one name. Guardrails mode check text for violations. Let's click over here. Done. So let's close this original. So we have to put guardrails between this chat message means trigger node and AI agent. So first let's delete this connection. Now we have to click over here, this plus button, and again let's search for guardrails. Let's click over here. So as you know, first we are going to implement this check text for violations, right? Then we will implement this sanitize text. So let's click over here, check text for violations. And here are some options. And here also you can see these two modes, right? And here text to check. That text will be received from here, from this chat window, right? To make it simple, first let's delete this node. Again, let's reconnect. Let's execute our flow. Open chat and let's write, I want to book ticket from Ahmedabad to Delhi under 6,000. Let's press enter. So this will execute our flow and it's a human in loop, right? So it will ask for human input. We have to wait. It will take some time. Great. Here you can see type approve if you want to continue with the selected flight booking. If not, type reject. Currently, we not require this. So let's press reject. Done. Now let's delete this and you will see the difference. Why we have executed the entire flow first. Now let's click over here, this plus, and let's search for guardrails and check text for violations. And great, you can see we want to see this input. That's why we have executed our original flow first. So text to check for what? Chat input. Let's drag and drop over here. Now let's click over here, add guardrail. And these many options are available that you can see. Keywords, jailbreak, NSFW, personal data, secret keys, URLs, topic alignment, URLs, custom. Also, we can write our custom regular expression for this, right? So for this demo, let's use keywords. This first one. Let's press over here, keywords. And here we want to enter idiot. So now if the incoming message contains the word idiot, the guardrail will block the request. Let's close this. Done. Let's move the node over here and this over here. Now pass out to this. When fail, we are doing nothing. Let's check. Let's open this chat window and let me write, you are an idiot. Sorry for this. This is not proper to write such words. I'm using just to demonstrate the flow with guardrails. Book a flight from Ahmedabad to Delhi. Let's press enter. Please look at here. Workflow is executed successfully up to these two nodes, not from here, right? Because let's click over here and you can see match keywords idiot. That's why guardrail block this particular request that you can see, right? So our flow is not executed from here. Now let's press up arrow and let's remove this word idiot. Now let's press this button. Please look at here. So we have to change the mapping over here as well. We are getting from input, you can see connect chat trigger node. Now it is not connected directly with chat trigger node, right? It is connected with guardrail. So we have to change this. So let's put it over here because AI agent is now getting input from guardrail node, not from the trigger node, right? That's why we have to change this mapping. I think done. Let's close this. So if pass, we are sending it to AI agent. If not, if fail, we are doing nothing. Again, up arrow and we are sending normal message. Great. Now you can see done. Because of this, you can see it is asking for human input. We are not approving, right? Unnecessary. We not want to send any email. So I am rejecting it, but done. That you can see. You can see triggered false. So that's why it is passed over here. So now this is first example, right? Where we have used keyword. Now let's take one more example. So it will be cleared properly. Let's click over here, guardrails node, and we are keeping these keywords as it is. Let's click over here, add guardrail. Again, many options are available. Let's click over here, personal data. So here you can configure different types of sensitive information such as email addresses, phone numbers, passport numbers, Aadhaar numbers, and more. For this demo, we are going to use email address. You can see type all and select it. As I just said, when you are selecting all, it will consider all email addresses, phone numbers, all kind of sensitive information. So let's click over here, select it, and you can see entities, many, right? That you can see credit card, crypto, date, time, and many. Indian PAN card, Indian Aadhaar card, that you can see, right? So let's select email address. You can try others. Done. Let's close this. So now the guardrail will check whether the incoming message contains an email address. If an email address is detected, the workflow will stop and the message will never reach the AI agent. Now let's test it. Let's open this chat window and let's write my email address is taste@gmail.com. Book my flight Ahmedabad to Delhi under 6,000. Let's check. Let's press enter. You can see workflow executed successfully up to this node only, right? Because our message is blocked over here. Let's click over here. You can see trigger true and entity type email address. So as you can see, the guardrails node blocks the request that you can see over here because the input contains the personal information. So if you observe here properly, currently if the guardrail detects a violation, the workflow simply stops. But in the real world applications, we usually want to inform the user why the request was blocked. Now we are going to handle the fail branch properly because we have handled nicely pass branch. But now we are going to handle this fail branch as well. So let's click over here, this plus button, and let's search for chat because we want to inform the user in the chat window itself, right? So that's why I am selecting this chat. Let's select send a message. So let's write some meaningful message. Your request was blocked by the guardrails policy because it contains restricted or unsafe content. Please verify your message and try again. That we want to show in the chat window. Right? Done. Let's close this. So since we are using a respond to chat node here, let me show this. What I'm telling. You can see verify you are using a chat trigger with the response mode option set to using response nodes. So what it is telling, let's click over here, chat trigger node, and here you can see we have already set using response nodes. Without this setting, the response message from the fail branch will not appear inside the chat window. So please don't forget to do this inside the trigger node here. I think done. We are ready to test. Let's reuse this message and let's execute our workflow. You can see it is moving over here. Let's check. Great. You can see your request was blocked by the guardrails policy because it contains restricted or unsafe content. Please verify your message and try again. Great, right? Again, let's use the same, but this time I want to send a normal message. Please look at here. Now you can see this branch is executed. Pass. Now the request passes through the guardrails node and reaches the agent successfully. That you can see, right? Again, let's reject. Done. I hope all of you are clear with this, right? What is guardrails? And also we have implemented using n8n to filter unsafe or restricted input before it reaches the AI agent. Now let's understand the second guardrails mode called sanitize text. I am keeping this flow as it is that I will upload on my GitHub so you can download and test this workflow as well. So again, home, again, I am taking this, our flight booking example, and let's duplicate this, guardrails, sanitize text. Let's duplicate this. Done. Let's close this original flow. So in the previous example, when the guardrail detected a violation, the workflow stopped completely, right? But sometimes we do not want to block the request. Instead, we want to clean or sanitize the unsafe content before sending it to the AI agent node. That we are going to do here. And this is exactly where we can use sanitize text mode in guardrails. So now let's implement this. But before that, let's execute this flow. Flight Ahmedabad to Delhi. Now done. Let's delete this branch because we are going to add guardrails node here. So let's click plus here. Let's search for guardrails. And this time we are going to select the second mode, sanitize text. So now you can see, we can see this information here because just we have executed our flow once. So text to check, which is chat input. Let's click over here, add guardrail. These options are available: personal data, secret keys, URLs, and custom regular expression that we can create. Let's first select personal data and we are going to select selected only, not all. And in the entities, these many options are available. Same. Again, we are going to select this email address. Done. Let's close this. Let's connect this to agent, our AI agent. Let's test this. My email address is test@gmail.com. Book flight from Ahmedabad to Delhi. Let's send this message. Please look at here. Problem in Node AI agent. We have to change the mapping because previously this chat trigger was directly connected with AI agent. Now guardrails in between. So that's why we have to change this mapping. Let's click here. In place of connected chat trigger node, we have to define as below. And input is from guardrails input. Done. Let's close this, open chat, copy this, send this. Great. Now you can see our workflow has been executed. Let's wait. Let's check. Open chat. Again, we have to write approve or reject. We don't want to send unnecessary email. So I am rejecting it. Done. Let's check this AI agent. And here you can see my email address is this. It is not showing the original email address. Because of sanitized text, it is masking the sensitive information in place of blocking it, that you can see over here, that I want to show. right? Let's take one more example. Let's close this. Let's click over here, guardrails, and let's click here. And this time, let's select this Indian Aadhaar card. Done. So here we are sanitizing both email addresses and Aadhaar card. Let's close this. Let's test this. Let's open chat. My Aadhaar card number is 123456789123. Book a flight from Ahmedabad to Delhi. Let's press enter. Our flow is currently executing. I think all done. We are getting this approval or rejection message, but let's click over here and you can see I want to show you this masking. My Aadhaar card number is this. Now, if somebody accidentally enters an Aadhaar card or email address or any other personal information, the guardrail will sanitize it automatically before sending it to the AI agent that you can see here. It is not sending original Aadhaar number to AI agent, right? This is masking or this is sanitize text. So the guardrail will hide or sanitize the Aadhaar number before the AI agent processes the request that you can see here. So you can see this is another very important real world use case of guardrails in AI workflows. So you can see now we have discussed both guardrails mode in n8n. Check text for violations and sanitize text. One blocks unsafe requests completely, the other cleans sensitive information before continuing the workflow. Hope all of you are clear with guardrails, right? Try to implement this with different examples and let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video.